Hi, I'm Ethan, I love muzzleloading, and this is everything you need to know about CVA's newest muzzleloaders for 2023. First up, for their mid-tier muzzleloader, the Optima V2, CVA has added 3 new camo patterns featuring the Realtree Escape camo. So the Realtree Escape pattern is the new pattern from Realtree combined with CVA this year on the Optima V2. Realtree has specifically designed this for Western big game hunters, but it looks like to me in a lot of the promotional images that would work in many parts of the country. And I wouldn't be too worried about that camo pattern if you aren't hunting in the Western states. Looking at the catalog here, there are 8 new SKUs. All of these are going to be 50 caliber. We have a little bit of variation between the Realtree Escape pattern, and we have a third camo option here that I'm looking at that CVA is calling the True Timber Strata. Which is a bit of a darker, more of a green color that camo patterns, at least in my area in the eastern half of the United States, we might be a little bit more used to. Next up, we have the first iteration of the standard CVA Paramount line this year. This is their first upgrade since the rifle was introduced in 2019. Changes, in my opinion, to the Paramount aren't super major, but there are going to be some welcome changes, especially to new or smaller statured shooters, which we see CVA focusing on more and more in recent years. The updated Paramount rifle is only available in 45 caliber. It comes with a 3/4 by 20 threaded muzzle to accept our recoil reducing muzzle brake, both from CVA and a variety of aftermarket retailers. We have an adjustable cheek rest on the stock to accommodate both low height iron or peep sights and high height scope or other optic mounts. The length of pull for the standard Paramount is now adjustable with a set of removable spacers, and we still have BPI owned crush zone recoil pads at the end of these spacers to help comfort some of that recoil. Because these Paramounts were designed for these super or ultra magnum charges of Blackhorn that CVA calls it here, recoil is a major factor here. And so I think for many shooters, this adjustable length of pull and the cheek riser is really going to make this more comfortable, but also the ability to slap on a muzzle brake on the end there is going to be a welcome change for a lot of shooters. Rounding out the changes to the standard Paramount line here this year, you're going to notice that the camo pattern for the stock has changed. For the regular Paramount, pretty much since its start, it was just kind of a plain green with some light camo color changes in there, but now we're seeing the Realtree Hillside camo that we saw debut with the Paramount HTR a couple years ago being added to the Paramount line. The rest of the rifle is pretty standard for what we see with the Paramount series of rifles. We have a 1 22-inch fast twist barrel. Some shooters out there were hoping that CVA would introduce a faster twist, perhaps a 1 18 or a 1 16 twist, but we have them sticking with the 1 22 twist nitride treated Bergara fluted barrel for the Paramount this year, and we have the addition in the marketing materials of CVA saying that the Paramount line of rifles is designed to work with both Blackhorn powder and the Power Belt ELR bullets. This has led to some contention with muzzleloading enthusiasts, at least online, but we do see examples of shooters and hunters shooting accurately and taking game with both the Power Belt ELR and other aftermarket bullets. We just see CVA making this clarification in their materials that they recommend using the Power Belt bullets, specifically the Power Belt ELR bullets, with their Paramount line of rifles. If you want to learn about price and how that compares with some of the other rifles that are out there, you're going to have to visit the CVA website. YouTube does not like me talking about the prices of these muzzleloaders. Last but not least, the Paramount Pro has seen its first upgrade in the Paramount Pro V2. Much like the standard Paramount, we see some cosmetic and some user accessibility upgrades coming to the Paramount Pro line of rifles. We have an adjustable length of pull with those removable spacers. We have an updated custom-made for the Paramount line of rifles gray bow stock with its own hand-painted camo pattern, as CVA says here in their documentation. We also have a Cerakote color for the barrel and the other hardware that really complements this color of stock. And I have to say, looking at the color and the camo pattern selected for the Paramount Pro, we're seeing a very similar focus and similar color theme, at least to my eye really here, to the Realtree Escape color patterns, and we see with that Realtree Escape a real focus on Western hunting and Western big game hunting. So I think we can see here maybe a little bit of CVA shifting focus and focusing more and more on some of those Western big game hunters, especially with these longer distance capable muzzleloaders. From there, we have the Paramount Pro available in 45 and 50 caliber. The barrel twist remains at 1 and 22 inch twist. The muzzle is threaded to accommodate a muzzle brake of some kind, both from CVA or an aftermarket retailer or manufacturer. The thread pitch on the 45 and the 50 caliber are going to be a little bit different. The 45 caliber is 3/4 by 20, while the 50 caliber is 3/4 by 24. If you want to learn more about the CVA Paramount Pro V2, check out my full Everything You Need to Know video breaking down the updates to CVA's creme de la creme premier, really the Paramount of their Paramount line of rifles there. That was a silly joke, but I'm a dad now, so I get to make those. So we've talked about what we do see from CVA this year, but what about what we don't see? Keen eyes online have noticed that CVA has removed the Paramount HTR and the 40 caliber Paramount option from their product catalog this year, and we notice online that several muzzleloading retailers and shooting supply shops have the Power Belt ELR bullet in 40 caliber going out on clearance. CVA has backed this up and said, yes, this isn't a mistake. This isn't, something out of nothing. CVA is looking at the 40 caliber line and reevaluating a little bit of its construction and hoping for some kind of release in the near future here. They gave no indication as to what that was, and I'm not really at a place really here to speculate. That's all I have for you here with the 2023 lineup for CVA. Is this the kind of thing you're excited about, or is this kind of boring for you? I enjoy some of the manufacturing and the development side of this stuff, so I'm always interested to see where companies are going and what they're focusing on. I think when we look at the big three of CVA, Traditions, and Knight in muzzleloading manufacturing, we can see each of their focuses when you look at their lineup and when we look at what they're bringing out year after year or with their development cycle. I kind of geek out about that. I enjoy reading about it. So for those of you out there that enjoy this, I hope you enjoyed it. For those of you that didn't, I'm sure you've left a comment, but there's tons of other videos out here on YouTube related to muzzleloading, not just from me, but from many others out there that you can check out. If you'd like to learn more about these updates from CVA, you can check out a full article at ilovemuzzleloading.com and get the full debrief and check out some of the CVA stuff there. This video is not sponsored in any way. This just comes out of my enjoyment of product development updates and manufacturing changes. So I'm Ethan. I love muzzleloading. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.